So I've been a huge fan of Unihertz. I have reviewed almost all their devices. Some will say that I'm a spokesman for Unihertz. Truth be told, I actually use their devices in my rotation daily for daily drivers. I have gave them some praise for the good stuff that they do on their devices, and I've also criticized them for some of the bad things. So I have their latest device in the Tank 3 series. I have the Tank 3S. This is not the successor of the Tank 3 Pro and not the Tank 3, but kind of a younger brother, a slimmer brother of the Tank 3. So let's talk about it. Sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So if you know Unihertz, you should know that they have a huge amount of devices that they release every year. And you know what? The Tank series is one of their hugest ones that they release every year. So I have the Unihertz Tank 3S 8849. This rugged device is the Tank 3 that lost weight with some minor differences, some upgrades, and stuff like that. But before I give you guys my thoughts about it, let's go to talk about the unboxing experience of the Tank 3S. So looking at the box, it's a classic Tank box that you all know and love. But this one has the Tank 3S on the side. So what you get in the box, you get all the goodies, right? You get the device itself, you get a glass screen protector, you get a 66-watt charger, a USB-C to C cable, and stuff like that, the user manual and all that good stuff. Now, as far as pricing and availability, I will leave that link down in the description below. But the Tank 3S comes complete and ready to go. So the Tank 3S has a 6.79-inch 1080p 120Hz IPS display. It has the Dimensity 8200 processor with 12 gigs of RAM that can be expanded up to 24 gigs of RAM using RAM expansion. 256 gigs of storage with dual SIM support and SD card support. Now this is a 5G device, which is really nice. So let's talk about these cameras. On the rear, there's a 50 megapixel camera, a 64 megapixel night vision camera, and a 8 megapixel telephoto camera. And in the front, there's a 50 megapixel camera. Now, as far as video, the Tank 3S can shoot up to 1080p 30 frames per second. Now, power in the Tank 3S is a huge 15,600 milliamp battery, and it weighs about 605 grams. And yes, you got the usual suspects such as NFC, an IR blaster, a headphone jack, Bluetooth 5.3, IP68 waterproof rating, and the awesome projector. So you know what? This device is fully loaded with features and functionality, especially when it comes down to the specs. All right, so let's go over the Tank 3S, right? As you can see, you got a beautiful IPS 120 Hz display on the front. They do have a screen protector that you can install on here right out of the box. Let's go to the right side here. You have your power off and on button along with a vent. On the left side, you have your SIM slot, dual SIM slot along with SD card support. You got your volume up and down rocker, and you got 2 programmable buttons here. All right, on the back, you have your 2 lights, which these lights is fantastic, very bright. You have your 3 camera rays, and you have your night sight vision here, along with a flash. You have your speaker here at the bottom, which is really nice. You have a port here for a lanyard. Don't know if I would put a lanyard on this, so heavy. Then at the bottom, you got the USB-C port along with a headphone jack. And at the top, you have a projector, another vent with a fan. You have your IR blaster. All right, guys, so here it is. I want to talk a little bit about the projector on the Tank 3S. Now on paper, it is a 480p projector. Now a lot of people might say, oh my God, it's low quality 480p. But you have to remember that this is a smartphone, right? If you want 1080p or 4K, you might want to invest in a real projector. But this device fits in your pocket and it has an awesome projector. The image quality is absolutely marvelous. Now I've put this on a bigger wall and it looks really good. Kind of tell you a story about these projectors on these tank devices. I had a storm that hit my home, well, in my area a couple of months back, and I was out of power for 3 days. And while everybody in my household with iPhones and stuff like that was running to a charger, I'm using Unihertz tanks and I'm using the lights, I'm using the projector and stuff like that. And it ran like no other. The battery life was really good. I was watching movies and videos on my walls while I was out of power and it didn't sweat. The battery life was really good. For those 3 days, I think I went through maybe 20% battery life. And that is absolutely amazing. So looking at the projector, the quality is, this nice. So there it is. That's my thoughts about the Tank 3S projector. All right, guys, so let me tell you about the performance on the Tank 3S. One of my subscribers hit me up and asked me, could I play Call of Duty Warzone because they was playing it on a particular device and it was laggy. So what I'm going to do in this part of the video is that I am going to play Call of Duty Warzone and go from there. So here it is. This is going to be Call of Duty Warzone. Now, the gameplay is really smooth. We got 120 hertz display here, right? I'm getting this tore up here. So the user told me that they was playing this game and it was super laggy. And I can tell you with the Dimensity 8200, 12 gigs of RAM, you won't have these issues with using this device. Come on. Okay. All right. So one of the things I want to showcase is that, yes, with the 12 gigs of RAM and this device here, you definitely going to not run into any lagginess and stuff like that with this device. And the gameplay on a lot of games is really good. You got to remember the 8200 processor here, 4nm process. It's almost flagship quality here when it comes down to performance. So a lot of people that just believe that this device is not a true flagship when it comes down to performance, you are mistakenly wrong.
The Chosen.
So as you can see, these cameras are good, right? As far as video, it doesn't have optical image stabilization, but for a tank is not bad. But you have to remember, this is no Galaxy flagship. This is no iPhone or a Pixel. So these cameras will do the job, but it's not on that caliber, just so you know. Okay, so let's talk about some fundamental differences between the Tank 3S, the Tank 3, and the Tank 3 Pro, because there are some differences. Let's talk about it. The weight. The weight on these devices is different. The Tank 3 and the Tank 3 Pro comes in at 666 grams compared to the Tank 3S is 605 grams. So it's thinner and lighter. Next, the Tank 3S has a full complement of lights on the back compared to these two devices that only have one light. Just so you know, this will have more brighter lights. Next, the Tank 3S has a 15,600 milliamp battery compared to the Tank 3 and the Tank 3 Pro that's coming in at 23,800 milliamp batteries. Got bigger battery, longer runtime on these two devices. Next, the Tank 3S is running Android 14 and the Tank 3 Pro is running Android 14. Now, the Tank 3 is running Android 13, which Unihertz need to update the devices. I talk about this on a lot of my videos. And lastly, it got the projector on it, right? It has the cooling fans on the Tank 3S, which is really good. Longer use, using the projector on the Tank 3S compared to the Tank 3, but the Tank 3 Pro does have the fans also. Just so you know, longer run times on both of these devices compared to the Tank 3, just so you know. All right, so that is some fundamental differences between these devices. Okay, so here's my conclusion. The Tank 3S is a powerful device with a great projector, right? The cameras are okay. The weight is a little better, it's lighter and slimmer compared to the other devices. Look, as of me recording this video, pricing is unknown, but I will leave the links down in the description below. Look, I really like the Tank series, right? I use them in and out of my rotation as being a daily driver. I use these devices for real. I use these devices. My only concern, and I say this in a lot of Unihertz videos, software support. Usually Unihertz devices are one and done when they come down to software. I've been complaining about this for years. Hopefully this year, Unihertz will do things differently, especially with the prices that they're charging now for their devices. It's no excuses for them not to support their devices. Hopefully this will be the year that Unihertz make that change. I will definitely let you know. Look, if you want to see a full comparison between the Tank 3, the Tank 3S, and the Tank 3 Pro, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right. This is the Tech Preacher. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Tank 3S in all its glory. See you guys on the next video. Peace.